can't miss special. Tuesday features the pork ribeye. Wednesday is legendary wing night, crispy, saucy, and downright delicious. Thursday is the chicken buffet. Come hungry. Friday is pick your protein with your entree cooked to order plus all-you-can-eat sides and the salad bar. And Saturday wraps it up with steak specials. Great food, great atmosphere, and a Hastings tradition for more than a quarter century. Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill on West 2nd and Hastings.
You're listening to Extreme Sports, your exclusive home for Hastings College sports. Now it's time for Hastings College baseball. From first pitch to the final out, Extreme Sports is proud to bring you every inning, every hit, and every big moment of Broncos baseball all season long. And now, let's go to the field for today's game.
And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Duncan Field in Hastings. Hastings College baseball on the air here on Extreme Sports. Broncos playing a non-conference game here, a midweek non-conference game against the Prairie Wolves of Nebraska Wesleyan. I'm Mike Will. Got the play-by-play for you tonight. Hastings coming in a record of 14 wins and 11 losses on the season. The Broncos are sitting at 3-5 in conference play over the weekend. Hastings splitting 4 conference games. Friday they beat Dakota Wesleyan pretty easily here at Duncan. Scores of 16-0, and then 10-7 in the second ball game. Then they went on the road in Sioux City and played at Morningside on Sunday and dropped 2 games. Scores of 7-5 and 8-1. So Hastings is sitting at 14-11 on the season, 3-5 in the conference, facing a team in Nebraska Wesleyan that comes in here with a mark of 4 wins and 11 losses on the season. They are currently 0-3 in the American Rivers Conference. Remember, Hastings and Nebraska Wesleyan played each other quite a bit. They were a member of the Great Plains Athletic Conference when they played NAIA football or NAIA baseball. Since then, they moved to Division II status, and they're now competing in the American Rivers Conference. But we saw this team earlier this season, and Hastings was able to beat Nebraska Wesleyan earlier as the Broncos got a home run in the 10th inning to beat the Prairie Wolves by a score of 5-4. So Nebraska Wesleyan and Hastings, they have played 96 prior games coming into the ball game here this afternoon. The Broncos leading the overall series 52-44. As we kind of take a look at Nebraska Wesleyan today, Duncan Ortega is a guy who's currently leading the team. He's got 18 base hits. He's maintaining about a .310 batting average. Easton Johnson, Brady Bell, also a critical part of the Black and Gold's offensive attack. Johnson has racked up 16 base hits so far with 8 RBIs. And he's also leading the team with 3 home runs and 4 steals. Meanwhile, Brady Bell has posted 12 base hits. He's got 9 RBIs, and he's hit 1 home run for Nebraska Wesleyan. As a team, the Prairie Wolves are hitting at about .233 as far as their batting average is concerned. They have scored 68 runs on 111 hits. Nebraska Wesleyan has totaled 30 extra base hits, with 5 being home runs. Additionally, the Prairie Wolves aggressive on the base pads. They've got 11 steals so far this season. So that's the tail of the tape, so to speak, on our opponents today. The Prairie Wolves of Nebraska Wesleyan, a single 9-inning non-conference game for us here tonight between Hastings and Nebraska Wesleyan. Had a chance to sit down with Bronco head coach Victor Rojas.
Spent a couple of months with Hastings head coach Victor Rojas. Hastings getting ready for a non-conference game here today with Nebraska Wesleyan. Coach coming off of a 4-game series over the weekend with conference opponents, winning a couple of games over Dakota Wesleyan and then dropping 2 games at Morningside on Sunday. Feelings on the weekend?
Well, I mean, Friday was great. I mean, you look at 2 games where we played complete baseball, both from an offensive perspective, from a defensive perspective. We got quality pitching, and then unfortunately that didn't show up in its entirety on Sunday. Game 1 was a little bit better than Game 2, but we just didn't capitalize on opportunities. We had plenty of opportunities. In Game 1 on Sunday against Morningside, you had essentially two 3-0 leads through the first 3 innings, and then starting pitching went kaput. We had one defensive mistake, but we got to be better than that. And we also left too many men on base. And in the second game, we had their starting pitcher on the ropes and had the bases loaded with nobody out in the first inning and didn't capitalize, including 2 guys that went down looking in that inning. So that kind of set the tone for that second game, and it kind of spiraled on us. But, I guess when you take a look at things and you zoom the lens out, we know that we can compete with the best of the best in the GPAC, which is good. But now as the schedule starts to shrink and there's fewer and fewer games, you're going to have to start putting it all together.
We hear coaches talk about consistency all the time, and especially at this point of the season, still early, just looking for some consistent play from game to game, aren't we?
Well, for sure. I mean, and we've had it. We know we can do it. We've had, a couple of winning streaks where we could put it together. I think we have a 5-game winning streak and a 4-game winning streak. So it's there. It's certainly there. And now it's just a matter of kind of, putting the foot on the gas and going. We got a big test coming up on, not to look past Nebraska Wesleyan, but we got a big test with Northwestern coming up in Iowa this weekend, and that'll be a good measuring stick for us. And then, we finished the year with, 2 of the last 3 with Doane at 4 and Concordia with 2. And then in between there, you've got Waldorf and Dort. So everybody's good in this conference. Everybody can beat anybody in this conference. I think that's the beauty of it. And we just need to kind of get back to playing consistent baseball, being able to carry over what we did Friday against Dakota Wesleyan and find that energy every single time out.
Is there 1 or 2 big things that we need right now to maybe get us over the hump in some of these games down the stretch?
Well, I mean, obviously starting pitching is key to kind of set the tone early, throw up some zeros. We made another adjustment to the rotation. We had taken Evan Chavez out, and he's thrown the ball exceptionally well. He threw 4 solid innings in relief on Sunday at Morningside. And then Eduardo Galicia, who had been the starter most of the year, he struggled yet again on Sunday. And so we're going to move him to the bullpen, and hopefully we can catch some lightning in a bottle just like we did with Chavi and, kind of shuffle the rotation a little bit. So, this coming weekend we've got Xander Hardy and Connor Weber on day 1 at Northwestern. Day 2, we got freshman Cam Dahlgren going to game 3, and then Marcus Miller, who threw the life out of the baseball against Morningside and unfortunately didn't have anything to show for it other than the loss, but he's going game 4 against Northwestern.
Non-conference game tonight, midweek game with Nebraska Wesleyan. Going to see some new guys in the lineup tonight. What are you looking for out of those guys?
Just to go get them. I'm tired of playing these midweeks where we stressed the last 2 weeks and walk-off wins, so I figured let's just put everybody in the lineup that hasn't played much and then started in kind of different positions. We got a couple guys that are just coming back from injury, and they're about 80%, so I wanted to get them off their feet today and get them ready for the weekend, and so that's why we kind of, mess the lineup around a little bit and have some fun.
You like playing these midweek games?
I don't mind them. They're good. I don't like the way we played the last 2. It's too much stress, but we found out a couple of things from some guys, which is good. It's a good test, but I'm glad this is our last one.
All right, Nebraska Wesleyan today, a team you saw earlier in the season. What about this team?
Well, they've struggled. They've struggled offensively. They got a couple of young arms that are pretty good, and it's a young team overall, so they're going to be fine. But just like anything else, they're hungry. They want to win. I think they're 4-11 on the season, so they want to pick up a midweek win for them just to get their confidence up and go, continue in their conference play. So, I don't like looking past opponents. To me, our focus is Nebraska Wesleyan and being able to play good baseball here, and I think that's what our guys are looking forward to. And we did so the last time we met. Unfortunately, we got a home run late in that one from Dylan Wims that ended up picking up a win. So hopefully, again, no stress today.
All right, pitching plans for us today.
Carmen Severino is going to get the start. He's probably going to work 2 innings. He's been a integral part of our bullpen, a guy that can go long. Pitched 4 solid innings for us against Southwestern Christian down in Oklahoma City a couple of weeks ago. And so we want to get him some work. And then we got some bullpen arms we want to get some work. Galley is going to get an inning, if not two, just to get that feel of coming out of the bullpen versus being a starter. And then we'll just mix and match and see how it goes.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Victor Rojas, head coach for Hastings College. We'll have more after this. You're listening to Bronco Baseball.
Mary Lanning picks out people that are going to help support our mission and our values here at Mary Lanning. They want to recruit people that are continue to make us a strong organization and continue to provide that exceptional patient care.
There are people all around me constantly to support me in my personal life, but also in my career. People are always advocating for me to grow and to learn.
We're two sisters here that believe in Mary Lanning and the mission and values here, and we're going to continue to support this community for as long as we can.
Hi, this is Terry Anstein, President, 5 Points Bank of Hastings. On behalf of our shareholders, directors, and staff, I would like to thank all of our great customers for helping us become the fastest growing bank in Hastings. I would also like to invite everyone in the Hastings area to stop in and visit with one of our bankers and learn how we can be your bank for the long run. Locally owned, locally managed, 5 Points Bank, the better bank. Member FDIC.
At High Street Insurance and Financial Services, we are agents of change. We believe life is full of new opportunities, and we guide you forward with strength and confidence so together we can build stronger, more resilient communities, illuminating the path ahead, where opportunities are always within reach. We do it for all our futures. High Street Insurance and Financial Services, located at 3606 Cimarron Plaza, Suite 280 in Hastings.
Check it out. Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now. Try it now.
And welcome back to Duncan Field in Hastings. Bronco Baseball for you here today on Extreme Sports, a non-conference midweek game as we welcome in Nebraska Wesleyan, the Prairie Wolves, and the Broncos going in a single 9-inning ball game here today. We'll get to the starting lineups brought to you by B&B Cleaning Pros of Hastings, your trusted cleaning experts for homes and businesses. Hastings will go this way. Jace Valdez will lead off. He'll be the shortstop, batting average .317 in the season. Jared Delgado, the second baseman. He'll bat second. His average at .379. Samuel Bruno will be your left fielder today. His batting average at .357. Eddie Henchek is going to be in the starting lineup here today for the Broncos. He's the designated hitter, still looking for his first base hit of the season. Dylan Wims, the right fielder, batting fifth. His average at .220. Spencer Searcy at first base. He'll bat in the number 6 hole. His batting average at .167. Levi Fletcher, the third baseman, he will bat in the 7th spot. His batting average is sitting at .247. Joshua Magdahay is the catcher. He'll bat 8th. His average at .200. Nick Dietering, the center fielder, batting 9th. His average at .208. And Carmen Severino will be your pitcher today for Hastings. He is 0-1. Earned run average at 5.40. For the Prairie Wolves, it'll be Sam Schaefer leading off. He'll be the center fielder. Duncan Ortega will be the shortstop. He will bat second. Easton Johnson, the third baseman, he will bat third today. Brady Bell, the second baseman, batting fourth. Owen Duckworth, the first baseman, batting fifth. It'll be Jake Shedderich, the catcher, he'll bat 6th. Gavin Krog will be the left fielder. He will bat 7th. Eli Eldred will be your pitcher and designated hitter today. He will bat in the number 8 hole. Then Tanner Klein, the right fielder, batting 9th. Nebraska Wesleyan 4-11 in the season. They are 0-3 in the American Rivers Conference. Hastings College is sitting at 14-11 on the year, 3-5 in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. So Nebraska Wesleyan will be up to the plate first. Again, a single 9-inning ball game for us here today. Carmen Severino will be your pitcher here for Hastings College in this ball game. He'll be making his 5th appearance of the season. 0-1 on the year. In the RA is at 5.40. Carmen Severino is throwing 8 1/3 innings. He's given up 7.
This sound is processed by StereoTool. Go to stereotool.com.
2 base on balls, 3 strikeouts. He's got 1 save to his credit. Teams are hitting only .212 against him. So we'll see a bunch of pitchers and a bunch of players in the ball game here today for both teams, this being the midweek game. See some guys that need some innings coming out of the bullpen and such. Here's a ball that's going to be hit to left field. That's going to be a base hit right off of the bat here. Digging for second base for Nebraska Wesleyan, and a leadoff double here is going to be Sam Schaefer. So Schaefer hits that one to a right field, knocked down by Bruno out there in left field, but Schaefer will take a second base on the play, and he's there with a stand-up double to lead off the ball game. Schaefer, a .229 hitter coming in here. Here comes Duncan Ortega to the plate next for Nebraska Wesleyan. This is a team, Wesleyan, that has struggled somewhat offensively so far this year. They've got a team batting average of only .233. Here's a ball that's going to be hit out to a left field. Bruno looks up there and he makes the catch. The runner's going to tag his second base. Here comes the throw. A head first slide at third base, and they have got him at third base. So Ortega, he flies out to left field. Bruno grabs the ball. The runner was Sam Schaefer. He tagged up from second trying to get to third base on the play. And he has thrown out a nice throw from the outfield. So Schaefer is chopped down at third base. A good defensive play by the Broncos right off the bat here. That reaches everybody on the base pads. Here comes Easton Johnson to the plate next. He is the third baseman. Johnson with a batting average of .286 on the season. So Easton Johnson, a right-handed hitter, will come to the plate here for Nebraska Wesleyan. Severino winds and delivers. That pitch is going to be behind Johnson. He comes back to the backstop. Easton Johnson has got 16 base hits and 56 trips to the plate. 4 doubles. He's got a triple, 3 home runs on the year. He's driven home 8 runs. He has walked 4 times. He has struck out 8 times for the Prairie Wolves. There's a bouncing ball toward third. That's going to be in foul territory. 1 ball, 1 strike down to Easton Johnson for Nebraska Wesleyan. Just underway here. 2 men out for the Prairie Wolves. Carmen Severino is the pitcher here for Hastings, a right-handed thrower. Severino looking in for the sign here. Here comes the pitch. That ball is going to be hit out toward the center field. Dietering backs up, and Dietering is going to make the catch. That ball was hit hard by Easton Johnson, but it's caught out there by our center fielder and Nick Dietering, and the inning is going to be over for Nebraska Wesleyan. No runs on a base hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning with a score. Nebraska Wesleyan 0. Hastings coming to bat. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Brandon is super pumped about Runza.
Runza is so sweet.
Especially all their desserts.
Oh, those are the sweetest.
Chocolate, vanilla, and twist ice cream cones, 4 flavors of shakes, chocolate chip cookies, and ice cream sandwiches.
Literally sweet.
Aw, I love your enthusiasm.
Well, I love Runza.
So sweet of you. Come satisfy your sweet tooth. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Looking for the place in Hastings where people go for great food and good times? Head to Bullseye's Sports Bar and Grill. For more than 25 years, Bullseye's has been a Hastings institution, the spot where friends gather, games are watched, and memories are made. And every night of the week brings a can't-miss special. Tuesday features the pork ribeye. Wednesday is legendary wing night, crispy, saucy, and downright delicious. Thursday is the chicken buffet. Come hungry. Friday is pick your protein with your entree cooked to order plus all-you-can-eat sides and the salad bar. And Saturday wraps it up with steak specials. Great food, great atmosphere, and a Hastings tradition for more than a quarter century. Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill on West 2nd and Hastings.
Mike Will back here at Duncan Field in Hastings. Hastings College baseball for you tonight here on Extreme Sports. No score after the first of the half inning in the first inning. There's a bouncing ball to shortstop here. And Jace Valdez on one pitch is going to be retired here by the Prairie Wolves. Valdez sends it right to the shortstop on the first pitch, and he's thrown out at first base. Here comes Jared Delgado to the plate. Eli Eldred is going to be the pitcher here for Nebraska Wesleyan. At least he'll start things off. No wins, one loss on the season. He's thrown 2 2/3 innings so far, giving up 6 hits, 7 runs. 6 of those runs were earned. He's got 2 strikeouts. He's got 6 base on balls. Eldred will start the day with a ERA of 20.25. Looking to improve on that here today. And Eldred is out there with a mark of no wins and 1 loss. So Jace Valdez leading off for Hastings offensively, grounding out to the shortstop. This is Jared Delgado at the plate down for Hastings. Delgado has a hefty batting average of .379 on the season. 11 base hits and 29 trips to the plate. He's behind the count here at no balls and 2 strikes. Eldred winds and delivers. There's a pitch way outside for a ball. 1-2 the count. Jared Delgado has got 3 doubles for his extra base hits. He's got a triple. He has driven home 7 runs so far this year. 6 base on balls, 7 strikeouts for Jared Delgado. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. That's going to be line foul on the third base side. Count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Broncos splitting 4 conference games over the weekend, winning 2 games against Dakota Wesleyan on Friday, then losing 2 games at Morningside on Sunday. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, and that's going to come inside and abuse him. Jared Delgado is behind the count, and he's hit by a pitch here. So he heads down to the bag at first base. Samuel Bruno coming into play next. He is the left fielder. Bruno with a batting average of .357 on the season. Bruno is a junior out of Italy, playing for the Broncos for the 2026 season. So Delgado is your base runner at first base. And here comes the pitch here to Bruno. It's going to be inside for a ball, 1-0. There's the count here to Bruno. Bruno's got 20 base hits so far this year, 56 at-bats. He's got a couple of doubles. He's got a triple, no homers. 15 RBIs on the season here for Bruno. Next pitch is going to be down low for a ball. Bruno gets ahead on the count, 2 balls and no strikes. 6 base on balls, 7 strikeouts so far this year for Bruno. Hastings wearing their crimson uniforms here tonight. Their crimson tops, their white pants. Here comes the next pitch here. It's going to be in there for a strike, and it's now 2-1. Nebraska Wesleyan, and they're all grays here today. Gray pants, gray tops, they're black baseball caps. 2 balls and 1 strike here to Samuel Bruno, the left fielder for the Broncos. Hastings with a base runner on at first base. There's the ball. It's going to be hit to left field. That's going to be a base hit. Picked up on a hop out here by Gavin Krog. And Hastings now got base runners on at first and second base here in the opening inning. Eddie Henchek is going to come to the plate next for the Broncos. Henchek has played in only one of the games so far this year. Hastings is playing their 25th game of the season. Actually, their 26th game of the season here tonight. Eddie's only been in the lineup one time. Still looking for his first base hit of the season. Henchek, a left-handed hitter. A right-handed hitter, as he's going to take a strike there right at the knees. No balls and one strike. Henchek is 0 for 1 at the plate with a strikeout. No balls and one strike to Eddie Henchek. Base runners out at first and second base. Next pitch there by Eli Eldred is going to be down low for a ball. 2-1 is the count. Owen Duckworth is the first baseman for Nebraska Wesleyan. Brody Bell is at second base. Duncan Ortega is at shortstop, and we've got Easton Johnson over there at third base. That's the infield for the Prairie Wolves. There's the ball hit back up to the middle. That's going to be a base hit in the center field. Around the back at third, coming home is going to be Delgado, and sliding into third base is going to be Bruno. Eddie Henchek comes up to the plate, gets his first base hit of the ball game, and the first base hit of the season for Eddie. It's also an RBI single, and that gives Hastings the 1-0 lead. Jared Delgado comes around from second base to score. Bruno slides into third base on the play. Eddie Henchek is aboard at first base for Hastings. 1-0. The Broncos have the lead. And now Dylan Wims will come to the plate next. Wims had a home run earlier this season against Nebraska Wesleyan. A walk-off homer in the 10th inning to give the Broncos the 5-4 win over Wesleyan. Well, we got together way early in the season. The ball game played in Lincoln. So Dylan Wims is at the plate now for Hastings. .220 is his batting average. 9 base hits and 41 trips to the plate here for Dylan Wims. He's another right-handed hitter for the Broncos. 1-0. Hastings has got the lead. There's a ball. It's going to be hit down the line in left field, and that's going to fall in foul territory. Wims with 9 base hits on the season. 3 of those have been doubles. He's got a triple. He's got a home run. 9 RBIs for Dylan Wims. He has walked 3 times, and he has struck out 13 times. Wims behind the count here at no balls and one strike. 1 man out for Hastings here in the bottom half of the first inning. There's another ball that's going to be fouled down the left field side. No balls and 2 strikes. Major League Baseball season gets underway tonight with only one game. New York Yankees playing at San Francisco tonight. That'll get the Major League Baseball season started, and we got 11 games on tap for tomorrow. No balls and 2 strikes here to Wims, and there is a pitch that's going to be down low for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Dylan Wims. Eddie Henchek is your base runner down here at first base for Hastings. Bruno is across the way at third. 1 runner's in. Hastings has got the lead over Nebraska Wesleyan. 1-0 is the score. There's the pitch that's going to be popped up a mile high out to the outfield. Out in left center field. The center fielder moving to his right. He's going to grab the ball. That is Schaefer. And coming in to score from third base is going to be Bruno. So Dylan Wims flies out to a center field, but that produces a run as Bruno tags up at third base. He comes home, taps the plate here for the second run of the ball game for the Broncos. 2-0 is the score. Hastings has got the lead. Henchek is going to stay at first base. Here's a Spencer Searcy coming to the plate next for the Broncos. Spencer with a batting average of 167 on the season. 3 base hits and 18 trips to the plate. All 3 of those base hits have been singles for Spencer Searcy. He does have 1 RBI, couple of walks, and he has struck out 12 times on the season. So Spencer Searcy up there, a right-handed hitter for the Broncos. Base runner is down there at first base. That's Eddie Henchak. There's a pitch that's going to be inside. And it's going to miss. A little check swing there by Cersei. They appeal out to the base umpire. Says no. He did not go around. So the count is sitting at 2 balls and no strikes here to Spencer Cersei. Bottom of the first inning. This one's scheduled for 9 here today. There's the ball. It's going to be hit out to right field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Picked up there by Tanner Klein. Heading to a second base, and the play is going to be Cersei, and he is in there easily at second base. Spencer Cersei gets a double for Hastings. Down the line at right field, Eddie Henchak moves from first to third. So Hastings now with base runners out at second and third. Levi Fletcher is coming to the plate next for the Broncos. Some new guys in the lineup tonight for head coach Victor Rojas, trying to get these guys some at-bats and some playing time. Levi Fletcher to the plate here with 2 men out. Pitch to him is going to be outside for a ball. Fletcher has played in 14 games so far this year. 346 is his batting average. 9 base hits, 26 trips to the plate here for Levi Fletcher. Next pitch is going to be inside for a ball, 1-1. As the count to Fletcher. He's got 3 doubles for his extra base hits this year. He's got 2 RBIs. 5 base on balls and 10 strikeouts for Levi Fletcher. Broncos with 2 runs in here in the bottom of the first inning, looking for more. Base runners in scoring position at second and third base as the pitch comes in there for a strike on Levi. And they got 1 ball, 2 strikes. Temperature at game time today, 89 degrees. We'll take that. Just a little bit of a breeze out of the north. There's a swing and a miss. And a strikeout. And that's the 3rd out of this first inning. Levi Fletcher is going to leave a couple of runners on the base pads as Eli Eldred gets his first strikeout of the ball game. Hastings coming through here in the first inning. They scored 2 runs. 2 runs on 3 base hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. 1 inning in the books tonight here at Duncan Field to score Hastings 2 and Nebraska Wesleyan nothing. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
I feel like from the time we were young, the golden rule was always something with being sisters in our house. They would always say, treat your sister how you want to be treated, and sometimes we did better at that than others, but...
It only seemed right. You know, we both knew that we wanted to live close to family, and so we both chose to come back to Hastings. We have our families close, we have each other, we get to raise our kids together, and we both get to serve the community of Hastings. Mary Lanning picks out people that are going to help support our mission and our values here at Mary Lanning. They do. They want to recruit people that are continue to make us a strong organization and continue to provide that exceptional patient care.
There are people all around me constantly to support me in my personal life, but also in my career. People are always advocating for me to grow and to learn.
We're 2 sisters here that believe in Mary Lanning and the mission and values here, and we're going to continue to support this community for as long as we can.
At High Street Insurance and Financial Services, we are agents of change. We believe life is full of new opportunities, and we guide you forward with strength and confidence so together we can build stronger, more resilient communities, illuminating the path ahead, where opportunities are always within reach. We do it for all our futures. High Street Insurance and Financial Services, located at 3606 Cimarron Plaza, Suite 280 in Hastings.
Extreme Sports, the ultimate destination for sports enthusiasts.
This is the greatest record in the history of sports.
Broadcasting live 24/7.
Just have some fun out here, and enjoy the journey of all this of trying to get 16 wins and going after a gold trophy.
We give the people what they want.
And I am a huge sports fan. I love sports.
Back here at Duncan Field as we enter the top of the second inning. Wesley has already sent their first man to the plate here in the second. That was Brady Bell, and he's going to pop out to the right side of the diamond. First baseman grabs it there for the Broncos. So 1 out. Hastings has got the lead over the Prairie Wolves. The score is 2-0. There's Owen Duckworth coming to the plate next for Wesleyan. He will be your first baseman. Duckworth with a batting average of .306 on the season. So Duckworth comes up here in the second inning. 1 bat out, nobody on the base paths. Pitch here by Carmen Severino is going to be outside and down low for a ball. 1-1. There's a count here to Duckworth. Nebraska Wesleyan 4-11 on the season. 0-3 in their conference, playing this midweek non-conference game. So Duckworth is at the plate here for Nebraska Wesleyan. He's a right-handed hitter. Waiting on the pitch from Severino, and there's a big swing and a miss here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Duckworth has got 11 base hits, 36 trips to the plate. He's got 2 doubles. He's got 5 RBIs. He has walked 4 times, and he has struck out 5 times. Next pitch there by Severino is going to be down low for a ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2. There's the count here to Owen Duckworth. Severino working from the stretches. The ball hit back up to the middle. It ricochets off of the leg of Severino, and it bounces over to the first baseman in Searcy. He steps on the bag. That was hard hit right back to the pitcher's mound up through the middle, and it bounces off with the leg, ricochets off with the leg of Severino, and they got the happy hop over there. It ricochets off of the leg and right to the first baseman in Searcy, who just steps on the bag to record the out. Severino's going to be all right. Shows no effects here. Ball hit back up to him and ricochets off of his leg right to the first baseman in Spencer Searcy to record the second out. So there's 2 outs now here in the second inning. This is the catcher for Nebraska Wesleyan, Jake Shedovich, as he will come to the plate for the first time. His batting average is sitting at .360 on the season. First pitch to him is going to be down low for a ball. Here comes the second one. He takes a whack at that one and a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's got 9 base hits in 25 trips to the plate. He's got a couple of doubles and a home run so far this year. 4 RBIs. Next pitch is going to be down low for a ball. It's now 2-1. Shedovich has got 4 base on balls. He's got 9 strikeouts so far this year at the plate. And Wesleyan, .233 is their team batting average. They struggle a little bit offensively. There's a high fly ball, right side. It's going to be grabbed here by Searcy at first base, and it's an easy inning for the Broncos. It's 1-2-3 for Nebraska Wesleyan, and Jake Shedovich flies out to the first baseman. 3 up, 3 down here for Wesleyan. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning to score. Hastings 2, Nebraska Wesleyan nothing. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Nicole is having her favorite Runza salad.
The something something ranch salad.
It's the chicken bacon ranch salad.
But you can put whatever else you want around it. I'm here for the ranch.
I'm with you. Runza's homemade ranch is perfect. It's so good. A classic.
It's literally the only reason I like salad.
Great point. Come get a salad with your ranch. Try Runza's chicken bacon ranch salad today. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Looking for the place in Hastings where people go for great food and good times? Head to Bullseye's Sports Bar and Grill. For more than 25 years, Bullseye's has been a Hastings institution, the spot where friends gather, games are watched, and memories are made. And every night of the week brings a can't-miss special. Tuesday features the pork ribeye. Wednesday is legendary wing night, crispy, saucy, and downright delicious. Thursday is the chicken buffet. Come hungry. Friday is pick your protein with your entree cooked to order plus all-you-can-eat sides and the salad bar. And Saturday wraps it up with steak specials. Great food, great atmosphere, and a Hastings tradition for more than a quarter century. Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill on West 2nd and Hastings.
Mike Will back here at Duncan Field. Bronco baseball for you tonight here on Extreme Sports. 2-0 is the score. Hastings has got the lead over Nebraska Wesleyan. Broncos coming up here in the bottom of the second inning, 8-9-1 in the batting order to face Eli Eldred. This is Joshua Magnier for the Broncos. He is the catcher. His batting average on the season is sitting at 200. Well, the Broncos, the first pitch is going to be in there for a strike. The second one is going to be fouled away. Magnier falls behind at no balls and 2 strikes. Magnier has got 5 base hits, 25 trips to the plate. He's got a double. He's got 5 RBIs so far this season. Eli Eldred winds and delivers. The pitch is going to be outside for a ball, 1-2. Magnier has got 5 base on balls, and he's got 6 strikeouts so far this season. Batting average again at 200 for Joshua Magnier, the catcher for the Broncos. Here's the next pitch by Eldred. That's going to be outside for another ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. This will be the last midweek non-conference game that the Broncos will play here this season. The rest of the games on their schedule will be all conference affairs. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be hit down the line in left field. That's going to be a base hit. Into the corner. Digging for a second base is going to be Magnier. He's going to make a big turn down there. He's going to be stopped there at second base. Ball hit right down the line in the left field, right over the third base. In the left field corner. Joshua Magnier is going to get a double lead off this third inning. For Hastings, that's going to be their 4th base hit already in the ball game. Nick Dietering is going to come to the plate next for the Broncos. He is the center fielder. Dietering with a batting average of 208 on the season. Now the head man for Nebraska Wesleyan comes out to make sure that ball was fair over the bag at third base. Comes out and talks with the home plate umpire. Jeff Christie is the head coach of Nebraska Wesleyan. Christie spent some time on the Nebraska baseball staff a few years ago. Now a part of the Wesleyan program and the head coach here for Nebraska Wesleyan. So the Broncos have a base runner on at second base. That's Magnier. Dietering is at the plate here. He's a center fielder. Again, a 208 batting average for Dietering. 5 base hits, 24 trips to the plate for him. He's got a double and a couple of RBIs so far this season. Eli Eldred throws under the plate. There's a bunt laid down, perfectly placed down the first base side to throw down to first base. Oh, they've got him at first base. Here comes the runner to the plate, and he is going to score. So the Broncos, Ben Richter was running for your catcher, Joshua Magnier. Richter comes around from second base to score for Hastings on the bunt that was laid down by Nick Dietering down the first base line. Perfectly placed. Dietering is thrown out at first base by about a half a step. But Ben Richter, he comes around from second base to score for the Broncos on that bunt. 3-0 now. Hastings has got the lead. An aggressive play there by Ben Richter running the base paths for your catcher, Joshua Magnier. I'm going to just see that guy maybe go to third base on the bunt. Richter takes off for home plate, stood in there. The throw was right on the money, but he slides in under the tag, and he scores the third run of the ball game for the Broncos. 3-0 is the score. Hastings has got the lead. Valdez is your batter here at the plate. Valdez has a count of 2 balls and 1 strike. Valdez, he grounded out to shortstop his first time up there. Batting average at .317 on the season. Valdez bats here from the right-hand side. Eli Eldred, a left-handed thrower here. There's a ball hit to the right side. That's going to sneak through there for a base hit into right field. Klein is going to pick it up out there for Nebraska Wesleyan. Jace Valdez is going to get a base hit here for the Broncos. Jared Delgado is going to come to the plate next. Delgado was beamed by a pitch back there in the first inning. Hastings leading by the score at 3-0. Playing Nebraska Wesleyan for the second time this season. Broncos picked up an extra inning victory over the Prairie Wolves earlier this year in Lincoln. So Jared Delgado to the plate. Batting average for him, .379 this season. First pitch is going to be down low for a ball. 1-0 is the count to Delgado. 11 base hits and 29 trips to the plate here for Delgado. He's got 3 doubles. He's got 1 triple for his extra base hits. 7 RBIs this year for Delgado. He's going to send that one out to right field. Backing up is going to be Klein, and he grabs the ball to record the second out of the inning. Delgado gives that baby a ride to right field, but it's grabbed out there by Tanner Klein. Samuel Bruno is going to be coming to the plate next. Bruno had a single back there in the first inning, scored one of the 2 runs. Batting average on the season, .357 for Bruno. He's had 20 base hits so far this year, 56 trips to the plate, 13 runs scored, 2 doubles, a triple, no homers, and 15 RBIs for Bruno. Your base runner down there is Valdez. A throw over there is not going to be in time. Hastings is 52 out of 68 in stealing bases so far this year. Valdez has got 1 stolen base. He's 1 for 4 in stealing bases this year. Next pitch is going to miss here. Bruno looking at a count of 1 ball and no strikes. Eli Eldred is the pitcher for Nebraska Wesleyan. Hastings leading by a score of 3-0. There's the next pitch, a breaking pitch. It's going to be in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Samuel Bruno, the left fielder for the Broncos. Eli Eldred working from the stretch here. Well, the base runner at first base, that is Jace Valdez. Had a throw over there. It's not going to be in time. Eldred, a left-handed pitcher, is obviously getting a good look at first base there as Jace Valdez inches away from the bag. 2 men out for the Broncos. We're in the bottom of the second inning. 3-0. Hastings has got the lead. There's the pitch there by Eldred. It's going to be in there for a strike. Bruno wanted to pull the trigger. Does not. 1-2 the count now to Bruno. Where's number 23 on that crimson uniform here for the Broncos? 1-2 is the count. There's a ball that's going to be hit out to left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. That's in the gap. It's going to roll to the wall. Around the bag at third. Coming home is going to be Valdez. Heading to a third base is going to be Bruno. He slides in there at third base. And he is going to be there safely as the throw comes in. Samuel Bruno is going to hit a triple to left center field. That's going to produce a run as Jace Valdez comes around from first base to score. And Hastings goes out on top in this ball game by the score of 4-0. So Bruno gets a base hit here for the Broncos. That's 6 hits now for Hastings in the first 1 2/3 innings. Eddie Henchuk is going to come to the plate next for the Broncos. He had an RBI single back during the first inning. So 6 base hits for the Broncos so far here in this contest. Hastings leading Nebraska Wesleyan by the score of 4-0. Henchuk is going to hit that ball. It's going to be in foul territory. First base side, out of play. Bronco baseball coming your way exclusively on Extreme Sports tonight at Duncan Field, a non-conference 9-inning ball game between Hastings and Nebraska Wesleyan. Been a busy week here at high school baseball, both Monday and Tuesday with Hastings High. Next pitch is a breaking pitch. It's going to miss down low, 1-2. We'll see the Adams Central baseball team tomorrow. St. Paul Palmer is going to be in town for a 4:30 ball game. On there with a pregame at 4:15 tomorrow afternoon. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. It's on the way. And that's going to just miss, 2-2. Friday and Saturday, going to have Hastings College softball for you from the Smith Complex. Dort and Waldorf going to be in town Friday and Saturday with the softball against the Broncos. We'll have 4 games here on Extreme Sports. Next pitch is going to be in there for a strike and a strikeout. Eddie Henchuk watches that one go back into the middle of the catcher and a strikeout. Second K in the ball game now for Eli Eldred, the pitcher for Nebraska Wesleyan. But Hastings again coming up with 2 runs here in the second inning. 2 runs on 3 base hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. 2 innings in the books tonight in this 9-inning non-conference game. Hastings with a lead over Nebraska Wesleyan. Broncos 4 and the Prairie Wolves nothing. You're listening to Hastings College baseball on Extreme Sports.
I became the manager about 1.5 years ago. Now what I get to do is, as the manager, I get to support my nurses and continue to help them grow and develop into fantastic nurses that give exceptional care. The favorite part about my job is being able to round with those patients and hear how great my nurses are. They say, oh, so-and-so is great, and talk about the great care that they are providing to them. I just love the impact that nursing can make. That's why we do this job. You know, it's for those positive outcomes. It's for those miracle stories. It's for the relationships that you build and the heartache that you feel for these families, but yet the triumphs that they have at the end. And they get to hold their baby because of the care that we provided here. And that's just incredible to me. And that's the whole reason I became a nurse. Mary Lanning Healthcare. Your care, our inspiration.
there at first base for Nebraska Wesleyan. Gavin Krog is on at second base. No balls and 2 strikes to the number 9 hitter in the batting order. Here's the next pitch, and a swing and a miss. It was foul tap back into the glove there of Magnier. So a strikeout there for Severino. That's going to be his first strikeout of the ball game. Now there's one out here in the third. Sam Schaefer is going to come to the plate next. Schaefer had a double back there to lead off the ball game in the first inning. Hit the gap out in left center field. So Sam Schaefer comes to the plate for the second time. 229 is his batting average on the season coming into the ball game here tonight. One man out for Nebraska Wesleyan. There's the breaking pitch thrown there by Carmen Severino. That's going to be inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Hastings 14-11 on the season. Splitting 4 games over the weekend in the conference. Sweeping Dakota Wesleyan on Friday and then losing twice at Morningside on Sunday. Next pitch there by Severino is going to be outside and down low. 2 balls and no strikes. Severino has thrown only 28 pitches so far in the ball game. There's the ball. It's going to be lined into center field. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to score a run here for Nebraska Wesleyan. And runners are going to be on at first and third base. So Sam Schaefer gets his second base hit of the ball game in his leadoff spot. Gavin Krog is going to come around from second to score. That's the first run of the ball game for the Prairie Wolves. Eldred ends up at third base on the play. Schaefer is on at first. Now it's a 4-1 ball game. The Broncos have the lead. Coming up there next is going to be Duncan Ortega for Nebraska Wesleyan. He is the shortstop. Ortega with a .310 batting average on the season. Takes a whack here and a swing and a miss. 0-1 to Duncan Ortega. He flew out to left field back there in inning number 1. Ortega bats here from the right-hand side. Prairie Wolves with 1 man out here in the third. Runners on at first and third base. There's a throw over to first. That's not in time as Schaefer is back in there. Wesleyan doesn't steal a lot of bases. They're 11. They've got 11 stolen bases in 14 attempts. They're playing in their 16th game of the season here tonight. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. A swing and a miss here by Ortega. Goes after a low pitch. Comes up empty. No balls and 2 strikes. Eldred is down there at third base. Schaefer is on at first. There goes the runner at first base, and a pitch is going to be fouled away. Schaefer will go back. The count, no balls and 2 strikes. And the Broncos will play this weekend. They've got a 4-game series in Orange City against the Northwestern Red Raiders. There's a throw over to first base on Schaefer back in there. So 4 games this weekend against Northwestern. 2 games on Friday, 2 games on Saturday. Broncos currently at 3-5 in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. There's the 0-2 pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. Now 1-2. Duncan Ortega at the plate here. He's got .310 batting average. Leads Nebraska Wesleyan in a lot of the offensive statistics here. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. There goes the runner at first base. And again, the pitch is going to be fouled away. Schaefer will have to go back to first base. The count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, tomorrow night we'll have high school baseball for you. Adams Central and St. Paul Palmer. Game gets underway at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon. We'll have the game here on Extreme Sports, beginning with the pregame at about 4:15. As the next pitch is going to be a fastball that just misses outside. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls and 2 strikes with 1 man out. Severino's next pitch is going to be swung on and missed. The runner's going to go at first base, and he is in there with a stolen base. So Ortega is going to strike out. Strikeout number 2 in the ball game for Carmen Severino. Schaefer is going to get a stolen base as he moves from first to second. The runner at third, he stays put. That's Eli Eldred. But now the Prairie Wolves have 2 men out here in the third. Easton Johnson going to come to the plate here. Johnson, the third baseman. He flew out to center field his first time up there. Batting average to start today is sitting at .286. First pitch there by Severino misses. 1-0 is the count. His next pitch is on the way. That's going to be in there for a strike, a breaking pitch. Nice one on the inside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Easton Johnson for Nebraska Wesleyan. He's another right-handed hitter. Johnson's got 16 base hits so far this year. 16 base hits and 56 trips to the plate. 1-1 is the count. There's a ball that's going to be hit to the outfield, out in left center field, giving chase. The center fielder, Nick Dietering, and he chases the ball down for the third out there for the Bronco defense. Easton Johnson is going to fly out to left center field, caught by the center fielder, Nick Dietering. But Nebraska Wesleyan gets on the board here in the third inning. Wesleyan scores 1 run on a couple of base hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the third inning with a score. Hastings 4, Nebraska Wesleyan 1. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
I'm John Butler, Funeral Director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the Advanced Funeral Planning Specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Check it out. Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now. Try it now.
All right, back here at Duncan Field as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Hastings with a lead over Nebraska Wesleyan, 4-1. Broncos are going to have 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order here. This is going to be Dylan Wims coming into play. He is the right fielder. Sack fly in the first inning of play. Saw the day with a batting average of .220. Eldred stays out there for Nebraska Wesleyan. He'll throw in this third inning as the next pitch is going to be fouled away down the third base side. 2 balls and 1 strike here to Dylan Wims. Spencer Searcy will follow him. Then we'll see Levi Fletcher. Next pitch is going to be fouled away. 2-2 is the count down to Dylan Wims. Wims had the home run in the 10th inning earlier this season against Nebraska Wesleyan, a walk-off homer. Hastings and Wesleyan got together earlier this year. There's a high fly ball out to a center field, and it's going to be caught by the center fielder, Sam Schaefer, for Nebraska Wesleyan. He could have been in quicksand to grab that one. He didn't have to move far. Dylan Wims hits one right to him out there in center field for the first out. Spencer Searcy is going to come up there next. He's got the coolest walk-up music of all. Spencer Searcy, the first baseman, he had a double back there in the first inning. Batting average of 167 on the season. There's a swing and a miss there by Spencer Searcy. He falls behind at 0-1. 4-1, Hastings has got the lead. Next pitch to Searcy. That's going to be fouled on the first base side. 0-2. Nebraska baseball team, they were winners last night over Kansas State. Huskers will play a 3-game series this weekend at home against Indiana. There's the ball hit back up to the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Couple of hops out there to the center fielder and Sam Schaefer. So Spencer Searcy, who had a 167 batting average coming into the ball game here tonight, he's 2 for 2 in this ball game. All right, Levi Fletcher is going to come up there next. Fletcher is the third baseman. He struck out back there in inning number 1. Started the day with a batting average of 246. Searcy is now your base runner down there at first base. There's the ball. It's going to be hit back up to the middle. That's going to be a base hit. It's going to be picked up out there by Schaefer. He bobbles the ball, and the runner goes from second to third. Sliding in at second base is going to be Levi Fletcher. So all of a sudden, the Broncos have got runners on at second and third base on a ground ball up the middle in the center field. So Levi Fletcher gets aboard here for the Broncos. Fletcher gets the double. Ball was bobbled just a little bit out there by the center fielder, Sam Schaefer. That's all it took. Spencer Searcy takes the extra base as he moves from first to third in the play. Levi Fletcher on the ball hit to center field takes second base. The Broncos now with the runners on at second and third and nobody out. Joshua Magnier is going to come to the plate next for the Broncos. He had a double his last time up there. That was in the second inning. He scores around the bunt, leads it down the first base side. It's going to be in foul territory. The pitcher, Eli Eldred, he slips coming off of the hill. So that ball by Magnier stays fair. I like the Broncos' chances of maybe scoring a run there. Spencer Searcy was running down the third base line toward the plate. 4-1 is the score. Runners on at second and third base, only one man out. Magnier is going to foul away the next pitch here. First base side out of play. About where my vehicle is parked. Down the right field line out here in the parking lot. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. It's going to be popped up. It's going to stay here in the infield, and it's going to be grabbed by your second baseman. Brady Bell grabs it for the second out. So 2 outs now for the Broncos. Hastings with runners on at second and third. Nick Dietering is the guy that's going to come to the plate next for the Broncos. He's the center fielder. He grounded out his first time up there. Batting average on the season sitting at 208. So we're down here in the number 9 spot now for the Broncos with a couple of runners on at second and third base. There's a breaking pitch thrown there by Eli Eldred. That's going to miss. 1 ball, no strikes. So Dietering a chance to maybe drive home a couple of runs here. Dietering has got 2 RBIs on the season. There's a big swing and a miss there. He goes after a low pitch comes up empty. 1-1. Lights coming on now here at Duncan Field. We'll finish this one up under the lights tonight with a 9-inning non-conference game with Nebraska Wesleyan. There's a check swing here by Dietering. It's going to be fouled away on top of the first base dugout. And they count 1 ball and 2 strikes. You're listening to Hastings College baseball coverage here tonight exclusively on Extreme Sports and with the Hastings College streaming services here tonight. So wherever you're enjoying the game, thanks for joining us. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 men out. Eli Eldred has went all the way on the hill for Nebraska Wesleyan. There's a pitch that can be fouled back to the screen. That remains in 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 men out. Nick Dietering is the guy at the plate here for the Broncos. If he can get aboard, back to the top of the order, and Jace Valdez. There's a pitch there. It's going to be down low. And now they got the runner tagged up or caught up between third base and home. And he's going to be thrown out here at the plate. Searcy down here at the third base was cut off with a bag. They had him in a little bit of a rundown between the third base and the plate. And he's thrown out here to end the 3rd inning of play. So the Broncos had base runners on at second and third base. And only 1 man out, but they didn't score. Hastings scoring no runs in the 3rd inning, no runs on 2 base hits. No errors and 1 runner left on base. We go to the 4th inning of play with a score, Hastings 4 and Nebraska Wesleyan 1. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the Advanced Funeral Planning Specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
down low for a ball. One ball and one strike. We'll get you Severino's numbers here in a second as he's finished for the night. 2 balls and 1 strike here to Duckworth. There's the ball that's going to be hit out toward right field where Hastings. Wims is over there and he's going to make the catch. Owen Duckworth is going to fly out to Wims out in right field.
Number 5, Jake Shadorowicz.
Jake Shadorowicz is going to come to the plate next. Shadorowicz, a 360 hitter on the season. He popped one of the first baseman back there in inning number 2. So Carmen Severino, he went 3 innings tonight for Hastings. Gives up 3 hits and 1 run. That run was earned, no base on balls and a couple of strikeouts. So pretty good performance there by Carmen Severino, the starter for the Broncos here in this ball game. There's a pitch that's going to be in there for a strike by Otto, and he gets ahead of the count here at 2 balls and 1 strike. Shadorowicz is a right-handed hitter here. He takes a whack there and sends it to the shortstop, Valdez. Throw over to first base. That's going to be in time in a 1-2-3 inning here. So Shadorowicz, he grounds out the short, and the Prairie Wolves go down in order in the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. The score, Hastings 4, Nebraska Wesleyan 1 on Extreme Sports.
Family Medical Center of Hastings is the place to go for all your healthcare needs. Their team is trained to treat the whole person regardless of age. They provide a wide range of medical care, including acute care, routine health screenings, and treatment of chronic conditions. They're dedicated to providing you with the best care in the most cost-effective manner. Family Medical Center, as an independent clinic, has served the community for over 65 years. Your family's home for healthcare. 1021 West 14th Street. Proud to support all area student athletes.
Since 1955, Bob Sass Flowers has been a part of the Hastings community. We're not just about flowers, though. We do offer the finest floral arrangements, all backed by friendly, prompt service and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. At Bob Sass Flowers, every customer matters, and we're dedicated to making your shopping experience one to remember. But there's more to discover. From blue Capri candles and diffusers to my saint, my hero bracelets, sober dough bread, and Daydreams greeting cards, our unique gift collection has something for everyone. Looking for the perfect baby gift? Explore our selection from Bella Tunno and Mud Pie. Come see us at Bob Sass Flowers, where quality, service, and community come together.
Bored of the same old sports coverage? Get on the cutting edge of sports with Extreme Sports.
That ball hammered deep toward left into the well. That ball is gone!
The biggest plays, breaking news, and we can't forget the best sports talk.
Let's be great! Let's be great!
We are Extreme Sports.
All right, we're back here at Duncan Field in Hastings. The Broncos have got the lead over Nebraska Wesleyan. The score is 4-1. Ryan Johnson is going to be the new pitcher here for Nebraska Wesleyan. So Eli Eldred is done for the night. Ryan Johnson comes up there now for Nebraska Wesleyan to throw here in this 4th inning. The Broncos leading by a score of 4-1. Johnson has got a record of no wins, 1 loss on the season. 9.53 is earned run average. Johnson making his 5th appearance of the season. He's thrown 5 2/3 innings so far this year for the Prairie Wolves, giving up 6 hits and 5 runs. 6 base on balls. And he's got 4 strikeouts. So Johnson is now the pitcher here for Nebraska Wesleyan. Hastings up to the plate, bottom of the 4th inning. Nick Dietering is at the plate here. Dietering is 0 for 1 so far in the ball game. They're going to take a strike here, 1-1. Dietering was up there when they retired Spencer Searcy to end the 3rd inning. Trying to come home. Tagged down at the plate. Next pitch is going to be inside for a ball on Nick Dietering. 2 balls and 1 strike. Hastings College baseball action for you here tonight on Extreme Sports. Bottom of the 4th inning. This one's scheduled for 9 here today. Next pitch is going to be up high for a ball. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. The Major League Baseball season getting underway tonight. Yankees playing in San Francisco. That's the only game to get the season started. Here's a Dietering. He's going to get a walk. Jace Valdez is coming up there next. And I think that's the first walk of the ball game. It is. Dietering heads down to the bag at first base. Four to 1 is the score. Jace Valdez is at the plate. There's a throw over to first base. That's not in time. Valdez, so far in this ball game, he is 1 for 2. He's grounded out once, and he's got a single. So the day with a batting average of .317. There's a butt lay downfield there by Johnson on the hill. And the throw over to first base is going to be in time. So the sacrifice works.
Number 4, Jared Delgado.
Valdez, he's going to ground out to the pitcher on the sacrifice. Moves the base runner over to second base. Jared Delgado is going to come to the plate next. All right, Jared Delgado to the plate here for the Broncos. He's been hit by a pitch, and he's also flown out to right field so far in the ball game, so he's 0 for 1. .379 is his batting average on the season as he comes to the plate for the 3rd time. Hastings with a runner on in scoring position. That's a Dietering at second base. The throw to the plate is going to be inside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hastings sitting at 14 and 11 on the season. They'll play 4 games this weekend in Orange City, Iowa against the Northwestern Red Raiders. 2 games on Friday, 2 games on Saturday. Next pitch is going to be outside for a ball. Now 2-1 is the count. Samuel Bruno would be next, and then Eddie Henchak. 1 man out for the Broncos here in the 4th inning. Johnson comes set, fires on the plate. That's going to be way outside for a ball. Now 3 balls and 1 strike. Three and 1 is the count here to Jared Delgado. There's the ball going to be hit to right field. Now it's going to get down for a base hit. Picked up out there by Klein. Around the back at third. Coming home is going to be a Dietering, and the Broncos go on a top by a score of 5-1. Jared Delgado with an RBI single here in the 4th inning brings home Nick Dietering from second base. And the Broncos now go on top by a score of 5-1 here in the ball game. Broncos hitting the ball well here in this game tonight. Hastings has already got 9 base hits. And we're just in the 4th inning. Bruno is going to come up there next. Bruno's got 2 of those hits. He's got a single in the first. He's got an RBI triple in the 2nd inning. He's also scored a run. Bruno had a batting average of .379 to start the day, and he's going to take a strike here. No balls and 1 strike to Samuel Bruno. The left fielder here for the Broncos. The base runner is on first base. That is Delgado taking his lead down there. Here comes a pitch in there for a strike to throw down to first base. It's close, but not. And out down there, sliding back in there is going to be Delgado. Throw was right on the money there by the catcher for Nebraska Wesleyan. The tag was made by Duckworth over at first base, but not in time as Delgado was back in there. A snap throw there from the catcher and Jake Cherovich. There's a throw over to first base. That one gets by the first baseman, Duckworth. On his feet, heading to second base is going to be Delgado. Makes the turn. He's on his way to a third base. Delgado is going to stay put at third base. So a pickoff attempt goes awry as they throw it to first base. Got by the first baseman, Owen Duckworth, and Delgado makes it all the way around to third base on the play. He moves from first to third. Broncos looking for more runs here. So now there's 1 man out, and the Broncos have a runner at third base, and the runner's already in. Here's the next pitch to Bruno. That's going to be down low for a ball. That one just misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Bruno with a .357 batting average on the season here for Hastings College. Bruno has got 20 base hits so far this year. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Oh, hit back. Oh, snagged there by the pitcher, Johnson. A hard hit ball right on the nose. Somehow, Johnson came up with a ball on the hill there for Nebraska Wesleyan. Eddie Hinchak is going to come up there next, but a line shot by Bruno right back to the pitcher. And then Johnson, he snags the ball. Somehow he got his glove on that one. Good job by Johnson, the pitcher. That's going to be the second out of this inning. Eddie Hinchak is going to come up there next. He is 1 for 2 so far today. He's going to take a pitch there for a strike. Eddie Hinchak struck out his last time up there in the second inning. Hinchak had an RBI single in the first. That was his first base hit of the season. There's the next pitch to Hinchak. That's going to be inside for a ball. 1-1. Eddie playing just his second game of the season here tonight. Broncos have already played 25 games. This is the second appearance of the season for Eddie Hinchak. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. It's going to be in there for a strike on the outside corner. 1-2. Head coach Victor Rojas playing some new guys in the lineup today. Getting his regulars, or a couple of his regulars, rested for a big 4-game series at Northwestern for this weekend. 1-2 is the pitch. There's a swing and a miss, and Hinchak goes down for the second time here tonight. That's the third out of this inning. Eddie Hinchak strikes out, strikeout number 1 in the ball game for Johnson. But Hastings coming up with a run here in the 4th inning. 1 run on 1 base hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. 4 innings in the books tonight. Hastings College Baseball on Extreme Sports. It's Hastings 5, Nebraska Wesleyan 1. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Family Medical Center of Hastings is the place to go for all your healthcare needs. Their team is trained to treat the whole person regardless of age. They provide a wide range of medical care, including acute care, routine health screenings, and treatment of chronic conditions. They're dedicated to providing you the best care in the most cost-effective manner. Family Medical Center, as an independent clinic, has served the community for over 65 years. Your family's home for healthcare. 1021 West 14th Street. Proud to support all area student athletes.
What is Mammoth? Excellent question. Mammoth is everything you need it to be. On paper, Mammoth is a modern master build firm dedicated to building the places where passion and community collide. We consult, create, and construct projects of every size. We are makers, movers, machine operators, artists, innovators, competitors, and builders. And there's nothing we can't do together.
Extreme Sports, the ultimate destination for sports enthusiasts.
This is the greatest record in the history of sports.
Broadcasting live 24/7.
Just have some fun out here, and enjoy the journey of all this of trying to get 16 wins and going after a gold trophy.
We give the people what they want.
And I am a huge sports fan. I love sports.
Mike Will back here, Duncan Field and Hastings. Bronco baseball here tonight on Extreme Sports. 5-1 is the score. Hastings has got the lead. This will be Gavin Krog coming to the plate for Nebraska Wesleyan. The Broncos have got some equipment problems here with our catcher. Get that taken care of. Joshua Magnier having some problems with his gear. The Major League Baseball season opener between the Yankees and the Giants tonight out in San Francisco is being delayed. That's a nice way to start the season. Your first game of the year being delayed by rain out in San Francisco. 11 games are on tap for tomorrow in Major League Baseball. So Gavin Krog is at the plate. Krog had a single, scored a run in the third inning for Nebraska Wesleyan. Hastings has got the lead 5-1. Broncos jumped on the Prairie Wolves with 2 runs in the first inning and 2 in the second. Scoring a run in the fourth inning. This is the top of the fifth now. Gavin Krog, .235 is his batting average on the season. 7, 8, and 9 coming up here for Nebraska Wesleyan here in this inning. Devin Otto continues to work here for Hastings College, the junior out of Aurora. Sent the Prairie Wolves down in order in inning number 4. There's a high bouncing ball left side. Valdez at short. His long throw to first base is not going to be in time. Came over toward the bag. It's a third to grab it. Then he left his feet to try to get it over to first base and didn't have a lot of smoke on that ball. And Gavin Krog is going to get aboard with his second single in this ball game. So Wesleyan puts their leadoff man on here in the fifth. They're trailing in the ball game by a score of 5-1. Eli Eldred is going to come to the plate next. Eldred is the designated hitter now here in the ball game. He was the starting pitcher for the Prairie Wolves tonight. Eldred now in there as the DH. Eldred went 3 innings tonight, gave up 6 hits, gave up 8 hits. 4 runs, all 4 earned. No walks and 2 strikeouts. Bouncing ball to second. They go to second base for 1. Over to first base, double play. First DP of the night here. Delgado flips it to Valdez, who gets it over to Spencer Searcy. And a DP there for Hastings, 4-6-3 double play. There's 2 outs now here in the fifth inning. Here comes Tanner Klein to the plate next. The only lefty in the lineup here for Nebraska Wesleyan, down here in the number 9 hole. He struck out his first time up there in inning number 3. There's a strike thrown there by Devin Otto. 0-1 to Tanner Klein. 158 is his batting average on the season. Next pitch by Otto, who's going to be outside and down low. 1-1 is the count. The Nebraska baseball team beating Kansas State last night in Manhattan, Kansas. Huskers will play a 3-game series against Indiana coming up this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Lincoln. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. It's going to be fouled away down the left field side. 1-2. The Nebraska men's basketball team playing in the Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament tomorrow night against Iowa. Third meeting of the season between those two teams. Each team has won one game at home. This one will be in Houston, the Sweet 16. 6:30 starting time tomorrow night. The Hawkeyes and the Huskers in men's basketball. Here's the next pitch by Otto and a called third strike. Nice pitch there on the inside corner of the left-handed hitting Tanner Klein. He goes down for the second time tonight. That's going to be strikeout number 1 in the ball game for Devin Otto. And the inning is over here for Nebraska Wesleyan. Prairie Wolsey scored no runs on a base hit, no errors, nobody left on base. Go to the bottom of the 5th inning with a score. Hastings 5, Nebraska Wesleyan 1. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Did someone say ice cream? It's time to chill out this summer and make your favorite Dairylicious dream come true. Whether you are craving ice cream, yogurt, cottage cheese, tangy dips, or all of the above, Highland is bringing the savings to satisfy those cravings guilt-free. Visit highlanddairy.com/savings to scoop up coupons, try new recipes, and spin for a chance to win fun prizes. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
The Great Plains Athletic Conference is committed to being champions in the classroom, in our communities, and in competition. And we are also proud to be an NAIA 5-star Champions of Character Conference. To learn more about the GPAC, follow us on social media on Instagram, X, and Facebook. And watch the GPAC on the GPAC Network. The Great Plains Athletic Conference, academic and athletic excellence since 2000.
Extreme Sports, the ultimate destination for sports enthusiasts.
This is the greatest record in the history of sports.
Broadcasting live 24/7.
Just have some fun out here, and enjoy the journey of all this. I'm trying to get 16 wins and going after a gold trophy.
We give the people what they want.
And I am a huge sports fan. I love sports.
Warm-ups again. Let's go.
Mike Will back here at Duncan Field in Hastings. It's a 5-1 ball game. Hastings has got the lead over Nebraska Wesleyan. As we head to the bottom half of the 5th inning, Dylan Wims is going to come to the plate here for the Broncos. He is 0 for 2 in this ball game so far. He's flown out to center field twice. Ben Sturbins is going to be the new pitcher now for Nebraska Wesleyan. He becomes the third pitcher that the Prairie Wolves have used in this ball game. We'll see more, I'm sure. We're just in the 5th inning of play. That's what happens in these midweek ball games. So Wims is at the plate here. Sturbins is now on the mound. He's a right-handed thrower here for Nebraska Wesleyan. Winds and delivers. That ball is going to hit back up to the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Sturbins really got taken out there on the hill. That was a hard hit ball by Wims. Back up to the middle. That's going to be a base hit for Hastings. That's going to bring up a Spencer Searcy next. So the Broncos get their leadoff man on. Here in this 5th inning of play, as a throw down to first base as the pitch was down low here at the plate. Wims is back in there at the first base. Here's the next pitch. It's going to be fouled away here at the plate. Runner was going there. Wims will have to go back. He's looking for some pitching numbers on the Sturbins. I think this might be his first appearance of the season here. Don't see him on the pitching statistics for Nebraska Wesleyan. So this could be his first appearance of the season here for Nebraska Wesleyan. There's a swing and a miss at the plate. The throw down to second base is not going to be in time. Head first slide down there by Wims as he swipes second base. Spencer Searcy now with the count here at the plate at 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and two. There's nobody out for Hastings here in the 5th inning. Broncos have got the lead over Nebraska Wesleyan. The score is 5-1. This is the second meeting of the season between these two teams. Broncos won 5-4 earlier this year in Lincoln on a 10th inning walk-off home run. First of all, it's going to get away from the catcher back to the backstop here, and running down to third base is going to be Wims. That was Searcy. He's going to take it off for first base. Catcher drops the third strike. Levi Fletcher is going to come up there next. So the catcher drops the third strike there for Nebraska Wesleyan. He got away. Spencer Searcy takes advantage of that as he slides down the bag at first base. And now Hastings has got runners on at first and third. There's nobody out. Levi Fletcher to the plate here. There goes the runner at first base. He slides in there at second. Catcher having problems locating the ball there. Pitch was down low. Bounced off of his glove, and it was just over here in the left-hand batter's box. So the Broncos now with base runners on at second and third base. Fletcher is at the plate. He had a double his last time up there. Next pitch is going to be up high for a ball. So Fletcher, he struck out in inning number 1. He had the double in inning number 3. 2-0 is the count here to Levi Fletcher. Next pitch is going to be outside. Good stop there by the catcher. Now allowing that one to come back to the screen. These midweek games are always fun because everybody's going to be in the lineup sooner or later for both of these teams. There's the next pitch is going to be in there for a strike on Fletcher. Ben Sturbins is the pitcher here. Went to high school at Millard West. Spent some time at Northeast Community College before coming to Nebraska Wesleyan. There's a breaking pitch there that's just going to miss. Look good from here. Home plate umpire says no, it's outside the strike zone. And a base on ball is given up here as Hastings has loaded up the bases now. So Joshua Magnier is going to come to the plate next for Hastings. Joshua had a double in the second inning, came around to score, popped one to second base. And now the pitching coach for Wesleyan, they come out of the first base dugout to have a little conversation with his pitcher, and Ben Sturbins. Sturbins has thrown 3 guys so far, hasn't got anybody out yet. So the Broncos have loaded up the bases here in the 5th inning. 5-1 is the score. Broncos looking for their 15th win of the season here in this ball game tonight. Sturbins is going to stay in there for Nebraska Wesleyan. He'll throw to Joshua Magnier for the Broncos. Joshua with a batting average of 200 to start the season, or to start the ball game here. Left-handed hitter here for Hastings College. Bases are loaded here. And the pitch is going to be outside for a ball. 5 runs, 10 hits, and no errors for Hastings. 1 run, 4 hits, and 2 errors for Nebraska Wesleyan. The Broncos have the bases loaded here. There's a pitch that's going to be in there for a strike. Inside corner right at the knees. On the left-handed hitting Joshua Magnier. 1-1 is the count here. Joshua, the number 8 hitter in the batting order for the Broncos. He hits that ball by the first baseman. It's in the right field. That produces 1 run. Here comes the second one to the plate. And the Broncos will have runners on at first and third base. A 2-run single by Joshua Magnier. Sends that one right on by the first baseman's outstretched glove. That was Owen Duckworth. That's going to score 2 runs for the Broncos. And Hastings goes out on top in this game now by the score of 7-1 over Nebraska Wesleyan. Runners are on at first and third base. Levi Fletcher moves over to third. Magnier is on at first base, and now Nick Dietering is going to come to the plate next. Dietering started the day with a batting average of .208. It went back to the pitcher in inning number 2. Base on balls in inning number 4 and scored a run. Dietering is going to take a pitch down low for a ball here. 1 ball and no strikes. You're listening to Hastings College Baseball here today on Extreme Sports and with the Hastings College streaming services wherever you are today. Thanks for joining us from Duncan Field. There's the next pitch. It's going to be down low. It comes rolling out in front of the plate, but the runners will stay put at first and third base. Broncos with a couple of runs in here in the 5th inning. They've got a 7-1 lead now over Nebraska Wesleyan. Next pitch is going to be outside and down low. A good grab behind the plate there by the catcher and Jake Sharovich. The count 3 balls and no strikes. 1 man out. Here comes the next pitch way outside for a ball and a base on balls here. Again, the Broncos have loaded up the bases. That's the second walk of the ball game coming up now by Ben Sturbins, and that's going to be all she wrote here. Sturbins comes on. He throws to 5 guys, and he fails to record an out. So he is going to be plucked from the lineup here by Nebraska Wesleyan. We've got a pitching change coming up here for the Prairie Wolves. We'll take a break. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Hastings 7, Nebraska Wesleyan 1 on Extreme Sports.
Since 1955, Bob Sass Flowers has been a part of the Hastings community. We're not just about flowers, though. We do offer the finest floral arrangements, all backed by friendly, prompt service and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. At Bob Sass Flowers, every customer matters, and we're dedicated to making your shopping experience one to remember. But there's more to discover. From blue Capri candles and diffusers to my saint, my hero bracelets, Sober Dough Bread, and Daydreams greeting cards, our unique gift collection has something for everyone. Looking for the perfect baby gift? Explore our selection from Bella Tunno and Mud Pie. Come see us at Bob Sass Flowers, where quality, service, and community come together.
This is Patrick Mahomes, and you are listening to Extreme Sports.
The new pitcher for Nebraska Wesleyan is going to be Tyler Spreitzer. No decision so far this season for Tyler Schweitzer. Earned run average 1.93. He has thrown 9 1/3 innings so far this year. He's given up 7 hits, 3 runs. 2 of those runs have been earned. 3 base on balls and 7 strikeouts. Teams are hitting just 194 against him. I think he's got a 1.93 earned run average. Tyler Spreitzer, senior pitcher from Millard West, will come on and throw down for Nebraska Wesleyan here in the 5th inning. Hastings with 2 runs in. Bases are loaded, and the Broncos have a 7-1 lead here in this game. Jace Valdez is the guy at the plate. Valdez, he is grounded out. He has singled, scored a run, has laid down a sacrifice. 1 for 2 tonight. Batting average on the season at .317. Spreitzer's pitch there is going to be in there for a strike. About belt high right on the outside corner. 7-1 is the score. The Broncos have out-hit Nebraska Wesleyan in this game. 11-4. As a pitch is going to be fouled away. First base side out of play. High school baseball tomorrow night here on Extreme Sports will be Adams Central and St. Paul Palmer. Game gets underway at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon. On the air with a pregame at 4:15 here on Extreme Sports. There's a pitch that's going to be down low, and a swing and a miss there by Valdez, and he strikes out. Goes after a bad pitch there, and he strikes out with the bases loaded. That's going to be the second out. So Spreitzer strikes out his first man that he faces in this game. Delgado is going to come up there next. We've got 6 days this week, 6 straight days of local sports activity here on Extreme Sports. At Hastings High Baseball, Monday and Tuesday. Hastings College here tonight. Adams Central tomorrow night. Hastings College softball Friday and Saturday. Also a Hastings High baseball game for you on Saturday here on Extreme Sports. There's a pitch that's going to be in there for a strike on Jared Delgado. He's been hit by a pitch. He's flown out to right field, and he has singled so far in this ball game. He's got an RBI. 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors for Hastings. 1 run, 4 hits, 2 errors for Nebraska Wesleyan. Next pitch there by Spreitzer is going to be outside for a ball. 3-1 is the count now. No place to put Jared Delgado. The bases are juiced here for the Broncos. In the 5th inning, here's a 3-1 pitch. It's going to be fouled toward the Bronco dugout over here on the third base side. Count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Runners will be going on the pitch. There they go, and the ball is going to be popped up. Right side, not very deep. Shallow right field, drifting back here. Second baseman Belly makes the catch. So Jared Delgado flies out to second base. They had 2 outs on the board, and obviously that's not correct. Now there's 2 outs. Bruno is going to come to the plate next. Bruno, he is 2 for 3 so far tonight. He had a single in the first inning, had an RBI triple in the second, lined out back to the pitcher back there in the 4th inning. Now we're right, I think. No balls and 1 strike with 2 men out. Bruno represents the 8th guy to come to the plate. There's a hard hit ball out to left field, backing up. That's going to bounce at the bottom of the wall. 1 run scores. Here comes the second one to the plate. Here comes the third one to the plate. That is a double for Samuel Bruno. The plate 3 runs. A 3-run double here by Samuel Bruno for Hastings College. That baby was just a couple of feet away from getting out of here as that one fell right at the base of the wall out there. That's 370 feet away. Falls right at the base of the wall. 3 runs coming to score for Hastings College. And the Broncos now lead this game by the score of 10-1. Eddie Henchek is going to come up there next. He takes a swing and a miss here. Hinchuk has struck out twice so far in the ball game. He singled, had an RBI single in the first. Broncos now with 12 base hits in the ball game. They've out-hit Nebraska Wesleyan 12-4. There's a swing and a miss here by Eddie, and the count sitting at no balls and 2 strikes. Hinchuk again playing in just his second game of the season here. The Broncos are playing in their 26th. There's a swing and a miss there by Hinchuk, and he goes down, strikes out for the third time here tonight. And the first strikeout here for Tyler Spreitzer since coming on. So the Broncos bat around in the 5th inning. Hastings scoring 5 runs here in the inning. And the Broncos now have the lead as we head to the 6th inning. The score, it is Hastings 10, Nebraska Wesleyan 1. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
For all of your professional, residential, and commercial cleaning services, call the trusted experts at B&B Cleaning Pros of Hastings. They have been in business for over 4 years, delivering professional services one clean at a time. Reclaim your time and enjoy a healthier, fresher home with a call to B&B Cleaning Pros. Their meticulous cleaning professionals handle everything from routine upkeep to intensive deep cleans, tailored perfectly to your schedule and needs. They focus on kitchens, bathrooms, high traffic areas, dust removal, and floor care. Give them a call at 402-519-4602. Stop in at 123 North Lexington in Hastings or visit them at bnbcleaningpros.com.
Did someone say ice cream? It's time to chill out this summer and make your favorite Dairylicious dream come true. Whether you are craving ice cream, yogurt, cottage cheese, tangy dips, or all of the above, Highland is bringing the savings to satisfy those cravings guilt-free. Visit highlanddairy.com/savings to scoop up coupons, try new recipes, and spin for a chance to win fun prizes. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
You're locked in to Extreme Sports.
Olivares now hits a line drive to deep left field. Ward is back to the wall. Granny time!
Here's Doncic wheeling inside in traffic and got it to go. Got it, the foul.
The home of 24/7 sports talk. Nothing but pure sports action.
Mike Will back here at Duncan Field in Hastings as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Hastings has got the lead over Nebraska Wesleyan. The score is 10-1. There's a ball that's going to be hit out toward left field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Picked up there, out there by the Broncos. That's a Bruno out there for Hastings to pick it up, but a double there to lead off the 6th inning. Sam Schaefer gets a hold of one there for Nebraska Wesleyan and parks that baby out in the left field. That is his 3rd base hit of the ball game. He is 3 for 3 here for Nebraska Wesleyan in the leadoff spot. Duncan Ortega is going to come to the plate next. Ortega is 0 for 2. So Sam Schaefer had a double in the 1st inning, a single in the 3rd, and a double here in the 6th. Started the day with a batting average of .229. This is Duncan Ortega with a .310 batting average, and he is 0 for 2. Ortega is flown out to left field, and he has struck out once. Otto continues to throw out there for Hastings. He's done a great job since coming out of relief in the 4th inning. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. It's going to be inside for a ball. Otto sent the Prairie Wolves down in order in the 4th inning. Gave up a base hit in the 5th, but then the Bronco defense came up with a double play. So he's faced just 6 batters and now the 7th here in the 6th inning. He finally gives up his first base hit of the ball game. That was Schaefer, the double down the left field line. Now the count here to Duncan Ortega is sitting at 1 ball and 1 strike. We're in the 6th inning of play. This one's scheduled for 9 here tonight. But the Broncos have got a 10-1 lead. Next pitch is going to be inside for a ball. up around the eyeballs on Duncan Ortega. And now Otto is falling behind here at 3 balls and 1 strike. Hastings with 2 runs in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the fourth, and 5 in the 5th inning. They've got a 10-1 lead here over the Prairie Wolves of Nebraska Wesleyan. Otto's next pitch is a bouncing ball toward the shortstop. Fielded there. The throw to first base in time. Valdez picks it up on a couple of hops there at shortstop. Gets it over to Searcy to record the out. Runner is going to stay put at second base. Here comes Easton Johnson coming to the plate next. Easton Johnson, the third baseman. He is 0 for 2 so far tonight. Started the night with a batting average of .286. He's flown to center field each time, once in the first and once in the third. There's a pitch by Otto. It's going to be inside for a ball, 1-0. There's the guy here to Johnson. Hastings will play 4 games this weekend on the road in Orange City, Iowa. 2 games on Friday, 2 games on Saturday against the Northwestern Red Raiders. Hastings currently sitting at 3-5 in conference play. Otto's next pitch is on the way. Got a ground ball to Valdez at shortstop. Scoops it up. Goes over to first. That's going to be in time. Easton Johnson is going to ground down to Valdez at shortstop. Tastes like a vacuum cleaner there. Sucks her up. Back-to-back ground balls at short. Brady Bell is going to come up there next. Brady Bell, the number 4 hitter in the batting order here for Wesleyan. .226 is his batting average on the year. He is 0 for 2 so far today. He's going to pop this baby up. It's going to stay here in the infield. Who's got it? It's going to be your second baseman, Delgado. And the Prairie Wolves are out of this 6th inning. Brady Bell is going to fly out to second base for the 3rd out. So the Prairie Wolves are out of the 6th inning. They scored no runs on a base hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning with a score: Hastings 10, Nebraska Wesleyan 1. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Did someone say ice cream? It's time to chill out this summer and make your favorite Dairylicious dream come true. Whether you are craving ice cream, yogurt, cottage cheese, tangy dips, or all of the above, Highland is bringing the savings to satisfy those cravings guilt-free. Visit highlanddairy.com/savings to scoop up coupons, try new recipes, and spin for a chance to win fun prizes. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Looking for the perfect spot before or after the game? Head to Miscue's Sports Bar and Grill in Hastings. Choose from your favorite sandwich or build your own burger or chicken sandwich just the way you like it. Your choice of cheese, sauces, and all your favorite toppings. Craving wings? Choose from over 20 sauces and rubs that bring the flavor every time. Grab an appetizer, catch the game on the big screens, or challenge your friends to a game of pool or darts. There's always something to do. And don't forget the daily lunch specials. Miscue's Sports Bar and Grill, 316 South Elm. Great food, great games, and the perfect hangout in Hastings.
You're locked in to Extreme Sports.
Olivares now hits a line drive to deep left field. Ward is back to the wall. Granny time!
Here's Doncic wheeling inside in traffic and got it to go. Got it, the foul.
The home of 24/7 sports talk. Nothing but pure sports action.
Mike Will back here at Duncan Field in Hastings. The Broncos have the lead over Nebraska Wesleyan. The score is 10-1 as the Broncos bat here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. At the plate here for Hastings is going to be Dylan Wims. Going to have 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order. Dylan Wims is 1 for 3 so far in this ball game. He had a single, scored a run in the 5th inning. Flew out to center field in inning number 3. Flew out to center field in inning number 1. 2 balls and 1 strike to Wims. Here's the pitch. It's going to be down low for a ball, and it's now 3 balls and 1 strike. 3-1 is the count here. And now Bach is going to be called. Wims is going to be awarded first base here. So a Bach is called, and now Spencer Searcy is going to come to the plate next. Searcy, he is, let's see, he's 2 for 3 at the plate. He's got a double, he's got a single. He has struck out once. The catcher dropped the 3rd strike, so he got on the base paths, and then he eventually came around to score. And that's a 5-run 5th inning. So Spencer Searcy has been on base all 3 times, albeit with only 2 base hits. Wims is your base runner down there at the first base for the Broncos. And here's the pitch here to Spencer Searcy. It's going to be down low for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Wyatt Davidson is the new pitcher now for Nebraska Wesleyan. Wyatt Davidson is up there. There's a high fly ball to the outfield out in right center field. It's going to be grabbed out there by Klein, the right fielder. So Searcy is going to fly out to right field for the first out here in the 6th inning. Levi Fletcher is the next guy to come up here for the Broncos. Fletcher, he has struck out once. He's got a double, and he has reached on a base on balls. He has scored a run. So Davidson is now the pitcher here for Nebraska Wesleyan. They have used 4 pitchers so far in this ball game. Pitcher going to be outside for a ball here. 1 ball, no strikes. Hastings 10. Nebraska Wesleyan 1. Non-conference game here this week. Prairie Wolves, a longtime foe of Hastings College, back when they played NAIA baseball. In fact, played in the Great Plains Athletic Conference for all those years before moving up to a Division II status. And now playing in the American Rivers Conference, where they're currently 0-3. Prairie Wolves are 4-11 on the season. There's a pitch there to Levi Fletcher. Is going to be outside for a ball. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 the count to Fletcher. He's got a batting average on the season at .246. Stands in there from the right-hand side. Davidson comes set with the base runner over there at first base. The toss over there is going to get by the first baseman, Duckworth. Wims heads down to second. He's going to make the turn. Now he's going to be set back to second base. Wims made the big turn at second. Looked like he was going to make a try for third. Victor Rojas with the stop sign up there in the third base coaching box will keep Wims at second base. So Wims will advance from first to second on the throwing error on the pickoff attempt over first base. Wims moves into scoring position now at second base. Levi Fletcher at the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Next pitch is going to be in there for a strike right at the knees. Davidson throws a nice pitch there. It's the count even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hastings playing their final midweek game here tonight with this ball game against Nebraska Wesleyan, the final non-conference game of the season. Next pitch is going to be outside for a ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Everything the rest of the way all going to be in the conference. 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Levi Fletcher. Magnier is scheduled up there next for Hastings College. He's swinging the bat in the on-deck circle here. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Fletcher. He's going to foul away the next pitch. First base side. The lights are on here at Duncan Field. 10-1, Hastings has got the lead. The Broncos have now been threatened here in this one. Down to a 4-0 lead in this game before Wesleyan scored a run in the top half of the 3rd inning. The big inning for Hastings was the fifth. We scored 5 runs in the fifth inning. There's the ball. It's going to be hit out to the shallow left field, drifting back your shortstop, Ortega, and he's going to make the catch. Ortega makes the catch in the shallow left field. So Fletcher is going to pop one to the shortstop. That is going to be the second out here of the sixth inning. Joshua Magnier is going to come to the plate next. He had a double in the second inning. He popped one to the second baseman in the third. He had a single in the fifth. He scored a couple of runs. Batting average to start today is sitting at 200. Broncos have hammered out 12 base hits here in the ballgame, 10 runs and 12 hits. Magnier is going to take a strike here. No balls and 1 strike. Nick Dietering would be next for the Broncos, and he is out in the on-deck circle. As we play here in the bottom of the sixth inning, this one's scheduled for 9. But it's a 10-1 ball game. Magnier is at the plate here. We've got Wims down there at the second base for the Broncos. Magnier steps out of the left-hand batter's box. Now he re-enters and touches the plate. No balls and 1 strike here. Here's the next pitch. It's going to be down low. The ball gets away from the catcher. The throw down to third base is not going to be in time. Down away from the catcher, but it didn't go far, just down around his feet. He picks it up and throws it down to a third base. Wims is 90 feet away from scoring here. Magnier has a count here of 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 outs in the bottom of the sixth inning. Davidson's next pitch is going to be popped up. It's going to stay here in the infield and it's going to drift over here as you get across the fence into the seats. Somebody picked it up on the hop. They didn't grab that one into the air. It bounces off of the concrete here in the stands and probably went into a lucky fan down there. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Joshua Magnier. Base runner is at third base here for the Broncos. That is Wims. Broncos leading in this ball game by a score of 10-1. Davidson comes set here. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. It's on the way. It's going to be up high for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I believe the 10-run rule is in effect here in this non-conference midweek series. It was last Wednesday. I'm sure it is again tonight. So Magnier, he can drive one home here. We'll get a runner in there from third base. He pops this one up, though, over here on the first base side. And coming over here to grab the ball is going to be Duckworth. The first baseman will play at least 1 more inning. Joshua Magnier is going to foul out to the first baseman down here, right near the dugout for Nebraska Wesleyan. So the Broncos kept off with the scoreboard here in the sixth inning. They score no runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. We go to the seventh inning of play with a score of the Broncos 10 and the Prairie Wolves 1. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
If you experience air conditioning problems this summer, call the experts at Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning of Hastings. Ruts is a local, family-owned business with over 45 years of experience in the HVAC industry. They service all makes and models of heating and cooling equipment for both residential and commercial customers. You can trust Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning to complete all repairs, installations, and maintenance work on time. If you're shopping for a new air conditioner or heating system, remember Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. They have a broad range of systems to choose from. Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 402-463-4853.
Mary Lanning picks out people that are going to help support our mission and our values here at Mary Lanning. They want to recruit people that are continue to make us a strong organization and continue to provide that exceptional patient care.
There are people all around me constantly to support me in my personal life, but also in my career. People are always advocating for me to grow and to learn.
We're 2 sisters here that believe in Mary Lanning and the mission and values here, and we're going to continue to support this community for as long as we can. as long as we can.
Keep it here on Extreme Sports.
Hits it to right field. Brennan is back. He's at the wall, and we are tied.
Your all-access pass to nonstop sports talk and live play-by-play coverage.
You guys are the #1 sports station because you make the phones light up.
All right, the Broncos are going to send another new pitcher out here in the 7th. It'll be Jake Porras. Porras, a senior from Mooresville, North Carolina. As he comes on, he's going to throw the 7th inning here for Hastings. His team out on top by a score of 10-1. This is Owen Duckworth at the plate here for Nebraska Wesleyan. He is over 2 so far tonight. 306 is his batting average on the season. He's grounded out to first base, and he's flown out to right field in his 2 plate appearances. He sends that ball by the first baseman for Hastings and into right field for a base hit. Spencer Searcy still over there at first base. He dives to the ball over there, couldn't come up with it. It's into right field. Wims picks her up out there for the Broncos. So Duckworth is going to get aboard here. A single to right field to begin the inning. Here comes the catcher, Jake Shedrovich, up to the plate next for Nebraska Wesleyan. He is 0 for 2 from the plate tonight. He's got a 360 batting average. He takes a swipe there and a swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike here to Shedrovich. There's a throw to first base. That's not in time. Jake Porras so far this year, no decisions. Earned run average on the year is sitting at 2.70 as the next pitch is going to be down low for a ball. Porras has thrown 6 2/3 innings, giving up 7 hits and 2 runs, both of those earned. 8 base on balls, 6 strikeouts. Teams are hitting .292 against him. Base runner is down there at first base. There's the next pitch. It's going to be fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. High school baseball for you tomorrow here on Extreme Sports. Adams Central will take on St. Paul Palmer. That game goes at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon on the air with a pregame show. 4:15 right back here at Duncan tomorrow afternoon. 1-2 is the count. There's the ball. It's going to be popped up out to left center field. And settling under it and making the catch is going to be Dietering to record the out here for the Broncos. So there's a 1 out now here in the 7th inning. Gavin Krog is going to come to the plate next. Krog is the left fielder. He is 2 for 2 so far tonight. Couple of singles in this ball game. He has scored a run. That was back in the 3rd inning. So Krog comes up here in the 7th. Base runner is on at first base for Nebraska Wesleyan. They're trailing in the ball game by a score of 10-1. Pitch here is going to be up high by Porras, and the count 1 ball, no strikes. Porras, a right-handed thrower. Right-handed hitter here at the plate in Gavin Krog. Wesleyan's got a base runner on at first base. That is Duckworth, leading up the 7th inning with that single to right field. Next pitch is going to be up high for another ball, 2-0. Here's the count here. We'll have Hastings College softball for you on Friday. Dort is going to be in town to take on Hastings out at the Smith Complex. Doubleheader gets underway at 4. Pre-game, 3:45 on Friday afternoon. Hastings College softball team will play Waldorf on this Saturday. A couple of home games out at Smith. Action gets underway at 1 o'clock on Saturday on the air with a pregame show at 12:45. So we'll see the Hastings College softball team on both Friday and Saturday here on Extreme Sports. 3 balls and no strikes to Gavin Krog. Here comes the next pitch by Porras, and that is going to be outside for a ball. So Krog is going to get a base on balls. He trots down to first base. Duckworth moves along to his second base. And now coming up there is going to be Eli Eldred, who's now the designated hitter in this ball game. Eldred started as the pitcher for Nebraska Wesleyan and went 3 innings. Major League Baseball's season opener is now underway after being delayed by rain. They're in the top of the 3rd inning. The Yankees leading the San Francisco Giants 5-0. First game of the 2026 season tonight in San Fran. Giants trailing the Yankees 5-0. There'll be 11 games on the schedule for tomorrow. Victor Rojas is going to come out of the dugout now for the Broncos to talk with Porras, his pitcher. And the conference that might be the shortest conference in the history of baseball. Victor rolls out there and says about 2 words to the pitcher in Porras, and he walks off the mound and back to the third base dugout. I can just imagine what he said. There's a swing and a miss there to Eli Eldred. And the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jake Porras, the senior from Mooresville, North Carolina, now throwing here for the Broncos in the 7th inning. His team out on top by a score of 10-1. Wesleyan has got base runners out at first and second base, though. There's a swing and a miss there, and he strikes out. Eli Eldred just strikes out, so whatever the coach said, I just said, throw some heat here and blow by these guys. Eli Eldred, he strikes out. Strikeout number 1 in the ball game now for Porras. Now there's 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Here's Tanner Klein coming to the plate next for Wesleyan. He has struck out twice down here in the number 9 hole. Batting average on the season is sitting at 158. And the pitch there by Porras is going to be down low for a ball. Now we got a pinch hitter coming up here for Wesleyan here in the 7th inning. Lewis Hoppert is at the plate. Pitch to him is going to be in there for a strike. Hoppert, 6'2" freshman out of Omaha West Side. So he comes up here in the 7th inning of play with his team trailing by a score of 10-1. Runners are on at first and second base here for Wesleyan. Hoppert is going to foul away the pitch here on the first base side out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Severino, Otto, and now Porras have been on the hill for Hastings here in this ball game so far as we have got into the 7th inning here. 10-1 is the score. Hastings has got the lead. Next pitch there by Porras just misses outside. Now 2-2. Severino was the starter tonight for Hastings. He went 3 innings, gave up 3 hits, 1 run. That was earned with no base on balls and 2 strikeouts. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Hoppert's next attempt here, he's going to line it down the right field side in foul territory. Count remains 2-2 with 2 outs as we roll the deuces here. Why not in the 7th inning? Devin Otto pitched tonight for Hastings. He was good. 3 innings pitched, gave up 2 hits, no runs, no walks, and a strikeout. He's a junior out of Aurora. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Hoppert. Next pitch way up high for a ball. There's now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three and 2 the count here to the pinch hitting Hoppert down here in the number 9 hole for Nebraska Wesleyan. 10-1. Hastings has got the lead here in the top of the 7th. Next pitch is swung on and missed. And Hoffert goes down here for Nebraska Wesleyan. Strikeout number 2 for Jake Porras. And the inning is over here for the Prairie Wolves. They scored no runs in the 7th inning. No runs on a base hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning with a score. Hastings 10, Nebraska Wesleyan 1. You're listening to Bronco Baseball on Extreme Sports.
Hi, this is Terry Anstein, President, 5 Points Bank of Hastings. On behalf of our shareholders, directors, and staff, I would like to thank all of our great customers for helping us become the fastest growing bank in Hastings. I would also like to invite everyone in the Hastings area to stop in and visit with one of our bankers and learn how we can be your bank for the long run. Locally owned, locally managed, 5 Points Bank, the better bank. Member FDIC.
Brandon is super pumped about Runza.
Runza is so sweet.
Especially all their desserts.
Oh, those are the sweetest.
Chocolate, vanilla, and twist ice cream cones, 4 flavors of shakes, chocolate chip cookies, and ice cream sandwiches.
Literally sweet.
Aw, I love your enthusiasm.
Well, I love Runza.
So sweet of you. Come satisfy your sweet tooth. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Bored of the same old sports coverage? Get on the cutting edge of sports with Extreme Sports.
That ball hammers deep toward left into the well. That ball is gone.
The biggest plays, breaking news, and we can't forget the best sports talk.
Let's be great. Let's be great.
We are Extreme Sports.
Mike Will back here, Duncan Field and Hastings. You're listening to Bronco Baseball here tonight on Extreme Sports and with the Hastings College streaming services here tonight. So wherever you are, thanks for joining us. Hope you're enjoying the ball game. The Broncos out on top on a score of 10-1. 9-1-2 in the batting order here for Hastings in the bottom of the 7th inning. This is scheduled for 9 here today. Dietering sends that one right to third base. Picked up on the hop. The throw across the diamond is going to be in time. Johnson goes to a Duckworth to record the outs. So Dietering is retiring the play from third to first. Jace Valdez into the lineup now. Valdez will come to the plate. Valdez, he's been up there 4 times tonight. He's grounded out. He has singled, scored a run, laid down a sacrifice, and he's also struck out once. Saw the day with a batting average of .317. He fouls away the first pitch here on the first base side. Krog, Schaefer, and Sherman now in the outfield for Nebraska Wesleyan here in the 7th. Johnson, Ortega, Bell, and Duckworth around the infield from third to first. We're making a couple of changes there in the lineup here in the 7th inning. Davidson is still the pitcher here for Nebraska Wesleyan. He came on in the 6th inning. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Jace Valdez for Hastings. There's the ball. It's going to be hit over the head of the third baseman into left fielder, over the head of the shortstop Ortega into left field. So Jace Valdez is going to get a single. Coming up there next is going to be Jared Delgado. Delgado, he's been hit by a pitch tonight. He's flown out to right field. He is singled. And he's also popped one to second base. He's officially 1 for 3 at the plate tonight. .379 batting average on the season for Jared Delgado. As he comes to the plate here, the pitch is going to be way outside by Davidson. Snagged there by your catcher and returned to the pitcher. Delgado, the junior out of Broomfield, Colorado, playing second base for the Broncos in this game tonight. Valdez is your base runner down there at first base. Davidson looks that way, and Valdez dives back in there with no throw from Davidson on the hill. Now Valdez inches away from the bag, and Davidson is going to take a stroll around the hill. 1 ball, no strikes here to Jared Delgado. Broncos are batting here in the bottom half of the 7th inning, leading by a score of 10-1 here in the ball game. Delgado winning on the pitch. He hits that ball out to left center field. That ball is going to be in the gap and goes up against the wall. That's Valdez rounding the bag at third base. Running for third is going to be Delgado. Here comes the throw in there. It's not going to be in time, and that is going to be the ball game. Jared Delgado is going to triple to left center field to bring home Jace Valdez. And the Broncos are going to win this thing in the 7th inning by the 10-run rule. Final score of this one, 11-1. So Jared Delgado gets a piece of that one and sends it out into left center field. It falls at the bottom of the wall out there at 405 feet away. Jace Valdez comes around from first base to score. And that is the ball game as the Broncos win this thing in 6 innings plus. The Broncos win it over Nebraska Wesleyan, the final score of 11-1. So Hastings improves to 15 wins and 11 losses on the season. They'll play 4 games coming up this weekend in Orange City, Iowa against Northwestern. Nebraska Wesleyan, they will drop to 4 wins and 12 losses. In the final score, Hastings 11, Nebraska Wesleyan 1. Back with the final totals after this. You're listening to Bronco Baseball.
Looking for the place in Hastings where people go for great food and good times? Head to Bullseye's Sports Bar and Grill. For more than 25 years, Bullseye's has been a Hastings institution, the spot where friends gather, games are watched, and memories are made. And every night of the week brings a can't-miss special. Tuesday features the pork ribeye. Wednesday is legendary wing night, crispy, saucy, and downright delicious. Thursday is the chicken buffet. Come hungry. Friday is pick your protein with your entree cooked to order plus all-you-can-eat sides and the salad bar. And Saturday wraps it up with steak specials. Great food, great atmosphere, and a Hastings tradition for more than a quarter century. Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill on West 2nd and Hastings.
I feel like from the time we were young, the golden rule was always something with being sisters in our house. They would always say, treat your sister how you want to be treated. And sometimes we did better at that than others. But
it only seemed right. You know, we both knew that we wanted to live close to family. And so we both chose to come back to Hastings. We have our families close. We have each other. We get to raise our kids together. And we both get to serve the community of Hastings. Mary Lanning picks out people that are going to help support our mission and our values here at Mary Lanning. They do. They want to recruit people that are continue to make us a strong organization and continue to provide that exceptional patient care.
There are people all around me constantly to support me in my personal life, but also in my career. People are always advocating for me to grow and to learn.
We're 2 sisters here that believe in Mary Lanning and the mission and values here, and we're going to keep this community for as long as we can.
Extreme Sports, the ultimate destination for sports enthusiasts.
This is the greatest record in the history of sports.
Broadcasting live 24/7.
Just have some fun out here, and enjoy the journey of all this. We're trying to get 16 wins and going after a gold trophy.
We give the people what they want.
And I am a huge sports fan. I love sports.
All right, back here at Duncan Field, Hastings wins it here tonight over Nebraska Wesleyan 11-1. The game stopped here in the 7th inning by the 10-run rule. Hastings scoring 11 runs on 14 hits and no errors tonight. Nebraska Wesleyan 1 run on 6 hits. They commit 3 errors. Hastings scoring 2 runs in the first inning, 2 in the second. They got 1 in the 4th and 5 more in the 5th inning of play. They score the winning run here in the 7th. Wesleyan scoring a run in the 3rd inning. Wesleyan beaten today by the score of 11-1. Winning pitcher for Hastings will be the starter, Cameron Severino. He throws 3 innings tonight for the Broncos, gives up 3 hits and a run. That run was earned. No base on balls and 2 strikeouts. Dylan Otto came on. He threw 3 innings tonight. Gave up 2 hits and a strikeout. Jake Portis threw the final inning. 1 base hit. 1 base on balls. Broncos again hammering out 14 base hits in the game tonight. Jace Valdez had 2 hits. Jared Delgado had 2 hits and 2 RBIs. Samuel Bruno tonight had 3 hits and 4 RBIs. Eddie Henchak had a base hit and an RBI tonight. Dylan Wims, he had a base hit and an RBI. Spencer Searcy with a couple of hits tonight. Levi Fletcher had a base hit. Also, Joshua Magnier, he had 2 hits and 2 RBIs. And Nick Dietering, he had an RBI in the ball game here tonight. So Hastings College, they win it this evening over the Prairie Wolves of Nebraska Wesleyan. The final score of 11-1. Hastings improves to 15 wins and 11 losses on the season. Broncos will play 4 games this weekend in Orange City, Iowa against the Red Raiders of Northwestern. 2 games on Friday and 2 games on Saturday. We'll have high school baseball coming up for you tomorrow here on Extreme Sports. Adams Central taking on St. Paul Palmer. Ball game will go at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon. We'll be on there with a pregame show at 4:15 here at Duncan Field. But again, the final score here in this one, it was Hastings College beating Nebraska Wesleyan tonight. Final score of 11-1 from Duncan Field. I'm Mike Will, wishing you a very pleasant good evening from Hastings.
You've been listening to Hastings College Baseball on Extreme Sports, your exclusive home for Hastings College sports. From first pitch to the final out, we're proud to bring you Broncos baseball all season long. Thanks for joining us for today's broadcast, and be sure to stay with Extreme Sports for more Hastings College sports coverage throughout the season.
Time brought to you by Juice Reel. Download Juice Reel free today. That's Juice like orange juice, Reel, R-E-E-L, Juice Reel. Speaking of which, Juice Reel's founder and CEO, Ricky Gold, joins us next here on VSiN Primetime.
Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled tax returns? The IRS won't quit until they get your money. Here's great news, fresh from those in the know.